It is Friday. It's a Final Takes Friday. And Cody, it's a Final Takes Friday in Austin, Texas, heading into a big recruiting weekend, a big weekend of official visits coming up. You guys all know the rules of Final Takes. You can vote on who you think had the best takes throughout the show. That will be the winner of and the king of Final Takes for the rest of the week. Cody, we got to thank Man Eye Institute for being our great presenting sponsor here on Football with Friends. We're here every night, 6 p.m. Thanks so much to Man Eye Institute. We'll tell you more about them here after a while, but we got to get into the final takes, brother.
Let's get into final takes, and I got a hot one off the start. Not really, but it's kind of interesting. I didn't think about it till I thought about it. Final takes: 15 players visiting this weekend. Over under 9.5 total commitment this weekend when the ink dries in December. 9.5.
The ink dries with a Y. Well, you write like my my second grade son. So not 9.5 commitments this weekend.
No. That's a different question. I'll come to that one next. This is for the total out of the 15.
That's 9.5. Like a very fruitful visit, dude. 2/3.
All right, let me list them for you. Ready? Drake Quinn.
All right, I'll say yes.
Xavier Griffin.
Yes.
Heem Riley's already committed. Sam Roseborough.
So the guys who've already committed count?
Yep.
Okay.
But that's literally one guy.
3.
Sam Roseborough, the tackle.
Yes.
Felix Ojo.
Yes.
Vodney Cleveland.
Yes.
Zayden Krempin.
No.
Jalen Lott.
Yes.
Bryce Perry Wright.
No.
Jabari Mack, who's currently committed to LSU.
Jabari Mack.
Wide receiver.
No.
Jake Krull, edge rusher.
No.
Samari Matthews, cornerback.
What are we at? 7?
Yep.
Samari Matthews.
He's cornerback from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
It's South Carolina versus Florida State versus Texas.
No.
Damari Simeon, the defensive tackle from Boise.
Oh, that was actually no. I think he goes to Penn State.
Braden Roos, the linebacker, that's now down to Tennessee and Texas.
Braden Rouse.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And the last one's Hezzy Kent, the tight end / offensive tackle. Mainly tight end.
No.
Okay, so you're on like team 7.
Yep. What do you think?
I have FutureCasts on Quinn, Drake Quinn, Xavier Griffin, Hezzy Kent, Riley's already committed, Roseborough, Ojo, Cleveland, Jalen Lott, Bryce Perry Wright, and I just put on today, just to be safe, just a safety, just a coward play. I safety netted myself. I put Zayden Krempin into Texas.
Why? No, he's going to LSU. So the only 3 that we disagree on are Zayden Krempin, Hezzy Kent, and who's the other? The edge rusher, Bryce Perry Wright.
Yeah. Huh. People who now, because Drake Quinn transferred to Buford, Georgia, Drake Quinn and Bryce Perry Wright, same defense, Buford, Georgia.
All right. So I think it'll be fewer than that. All right. Let me ask you this. You have to take a side on to make or miss the CFB playoff based on these odds. I was watching on X last night some of Josh Pate's show, and he was doing his FanDuel stuff, and he was talking about how they have odds up now to miss or to make the playoffs. So usually it's just a one-way market, right?
Yeah.
You can't say like it used to be. You could just say like Texas to make the playoffs minus 250 or whatever, but you couldn't say like, well, hey, like I want to bet that Texas doesn't make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Now they have that. So you just tell me which side you would take that is a better side. So for Texas, yes minus 300 or no plus 235.
Oh, make.
Okay. How about this one? Alabama, yes minus 150, no plus 120.
Make.
Arkansas doesn't even have a no because they're not going to make the playoff. Auburn, yes plus 370 or no minus 520. Would you lay down $520 just to make $100 to say that they're not going to make it? That would hurt bad.
No, I don't feel good enough to say that. I might just like put $10 on Auburn instead of. I think I might feel good about putting $10 on Auburn.
Okay, Florida, yes plus 420, no minus 600, and you have to keep in mind that brutal nature of their schedule.
I think they're a year away from making the playoff.
So you would say no you would lay down $600 to just make $100 back.
I would not take the bet.
But you have to take a bet.
All right, fine.
I would take the yes. I would take the yes at plus 420. All right, just a few more here. This is the one I found most interesting. Georgia to make the playoff. Yes is minus 250. No is basically plus 200. I think taking Georgia to miss the playoff at plus 200 is a good bet.
I think that's a good bet too.
I don't know how much I believe in their quarterback situation. I don't know if people are baking in that, just how good, Jalen, Michael, all these guys were. All right. And then finally, just a few more here. LSU, yes, plus 140, no, minus 176.
Wait, no is plus 176. What?
No is minus 176.
What's yes?
Plus 140. I say yes.
I would have told you a week ago. I think they're going to make it because they've been like going into SEC Media Days a month from now. I would have picked LSU to be in the SEC Championship against Texas. But I watched Nussmeier this last week. I did like a NFL draft summer scouting stuff on Nussmeier. I'm going to say no. I'll take the minus 175 no.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on what games you watch from Nuss, Cody.
No, I know.
But you can come out of – I forget which one. You can come out of it saying, gosh, this guy's terrible. I'd be interested to hear what games it was you watched. All right, final two. South Carolina, yes, they make the playoff, plus 410. Again, Lenora Sellers and South Carolina.
Wait. Plus 410 to make it?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No is minus 590.
Oh, dude, I'm putting more than $100 on plus 410 to make it.
That's a great bet, isn't it?
That's
the best one that we've had so far.
Yeah.
And then finally, Oklahoma, yes is plus 540. No is minus 850. That's like worse. It's worse. Basically, it's worse implied odds than Auburn.
Why is Oklahoma's miss so juiced?
Because of their schedule.
Yeah, but their make is plus 450 and their miss is minus 850.
Yeah.
Like you don't even want people to bet it.
No.
So Arkansas is plus 2,500 to make it.
Yeah. They don't offer odds to miss because they just feel like that's free money.
I'll put $1.25 on Taylor Green to make the playoff.
All right. What's your next final take?
I think $1.25 would give me like lunch money, $30.
Yeah, it's enough. Well, unless you go to a barbecue place these days, it's hard to get out of one of those without spending $50 on lunch.
All right, off of the list before with 15 players and the over/under of 9.5 total. Let's set the number at 2.5 this weekend. I think last weekend we had it. Do you remember it was 1.5 or 2.5? I think we set it at 1.5, and we were talking about specialists. This weekend, let's set the number at 2.5. Are you taking over or under? And if you're going over, who you got? to commit to Texas this weekend on the official visits.
Well, who do we know that's so
So
we know that Jalen Lott he's one of these July 4th guys.
correct.
And who else out of the group do you know off the top of your head who has a date set?
So Xavier Griffin is June 29th. Drake Quinn doesn't have a date listed. Vodney Cleveland just said mid to late June. And let's see here. There's Jalen Loss the 4th. Caden Finley's the 4th. I think Bryce Perry Wright might be the 4th.
Jason
posted a minute ago.
Jason just loves that, having to worry about that stuff with the hot dogs and beer dripping off his chin in his backyard. Man, he's got to deal with this stuff.
Let's see here. So Samari Matthews is August 10th. Hezzy Kent is July 12th. Bryce Perry Wright's the 4th.
Less than 2.5. Less than 2.5. All these guys already have their dates set.
I'm taking the over.
Who?
I tried a new column this week. It's called Futurecast Friday. I put Vodney Cleveland because this is mid to late June. I'm taking him to commit this weekend. Drake Quinn doesn't have a date set. The edge rusher from Buford.
Dude, you think you're gonna come out of this weekend with Drake Quinn and Vodney Cleveland? People are gonna be dancing in the streets.
Yes,
they're gonna be jumping in that Lady Bird Lake right behind you.
I don't know if that's where you want. I don't know if that's exactly where you want to jump into with the stuff that's been going on lately. But
dead bodies.
But I'm gonna go Vodney Cleveland and Drake Quinn.
All kinds of fertilizer and stuff too. Like that. It's just not recently, Cody. Like I grew up in the part of Westlake that's right there by the dam, I guess the Tom Miller Dam, and even back then, like when I was super young, we're talking like now, like even when I was a baby, like 40 years ago, like even back then, you couldn't eat fish out of that lake. It's been nasty for a long time. Anyway.
Fertilizer and fish, that combo does not go well. I'm gonna take Vodney Cleveland, Drake Quinn, and Sam Roseboro's on his final OV this weekend, the offensive tackle from Clearwater.
Well, that's the one guy that I thought that might do it, because there was some discussion on the board. It's like, well, would they want to take a commitment from Roseboro right now before Ojo? I'm just like, are you kidding me? Of course.
I don't think that. I saw that too. I don't think that Ojo's commitment has anything to do with a Turntine or Krempin or anybody. I think that it's the inverse. It's like if Turntine commits, it'll turn away other people. But if other people are committed, Ojo's not going to be like, oh, there's 2 tackles committed to Texas. Like I have to work so hard. Like innately, yes, I have to work hard to get the job, but I'm the big fish coming into the room. Like I'm the one that they're paying money to come in and play left tackle. So that's kind of, I don't think that a commitment from these other guys would do much to Ojo. I think it's the inverse for that. But a part of that, I think I'm going to go over 2.5.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, if there would be a big weekend, if it's like that would be, like I said, dancing in the streets, just big upgrade to the recruiting class. And speaking of upgrades, you guys, they say you upgrade your phone, your car, even your coffee maker. So why are you settling for yesterday's LASIK? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if it makes any sense to you, Cody. Introducing next level LASIK at Man Eye Institute, the first in Texas and only the second in the entire country to offer this groundbreaking Wavelight Plus LASIK technology. So there's only one other place in the country that does this. This isn't your parents' LASIK. This is LASIK for the next generation. It doesn't just improve your vision. It's tailored to the exact fingerprint of your eyes for next level results. Sharper vision, smarter technology, unmatched expertise. Only at Man Eye, where they've always led the way in innovation. They're doing it again. These are your eyes. Don't trust them to anyone or anything less than the best. Come in for your 100% free screening and to find out if you're a candidate today. Not all LASIK is created equal. Ask Man Eye how next level LASIK goes above and beyond the standard. Call 844-WOW-2020 or visit us online at maneye.com. That's 844-WOW-2020 or visit online at maneye.com. Thanks so much to Man Eye for being a great sponsor, the presenting sponsor here at Football with Friends on the Orange Bloods YouTube channel. We can't tell you how much we appreciate them. And of course, we can't tell you how much we appreciate our good friends over at Specs. And do you know what, Cody? There's been a big change in my life that I'm going to tell you about that has to do with Specs here in just 1 second.
Kick off summer with Specs Made in America sale. We've got star-spangled savings on all your American-made favorites. All month long at Specs. Cheers to savings.
All right, thanks so much to Specs, Cody. So my big announcement, I have a new tequila. I have a new one.
Espolon?
Nope. It's so generally what I do is I have my everyday tequila, which is Hornitos, which is made by Sauza, and then I drink for like when I go out of town or go hunting, special occasions. I get Casamigos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably still do the Casamigos for that stuff, but for my everyday tequila, man, I found this one called Painted Donkey. Have you heard of it?
Painted Donkey?
Yeah, dude. Painted Donkey Reposado. You guys should try it, man. It's cheap. It's good. It's got that real it's got a little bit of spice at the end, but it's got that kind of oaky vanilla caramel that I love in Casamigos, just a little bit, much more so than Hornitos.
Where's it from?
And they have it at Specs. Well, Cody's from Mexico, from the agave region.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, Alex. It's from Mexico. It's from the agave plant.
Yeah.
But like Danny McBride has one called Don Gato. He's from Charleston. It's like a Charleston.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Probably from Texas.
Charleston.
Anyway, they're not a sponsor or anything, but go to Specs and pick up a bottle of that Painted Donkey. It's $25 for the Reposado, and tell me what you think about it. All right. Speaking of Mexican stuff, this is a little off topic, but I think it's fine. There's a trend right now on X where people are saying that Mexican food is all the same meal, just packaged differently from dish to dish. What do you make of this take? They say everything's basically just a taco. It's just different.
It's from Jalisco, Mexico, by the way. So you are right. It's from Mexico. The trend on X.
Jalisco. Come on, dude. Jalisco.
Yeah. What did I say? Jalisco?
Get some jalapeno peppers on that sandwich. Yeah.
No. Yes.
You think it's all the same meal?
Yeah.
It's just the taco. It's just shaped different, or like it's taco with sauce on top. Is it enchilada or
enchiladas, tacos, burritos, bowls?
What about nachos?
Not same thing. Nachos are literally just tortillas fried and cut up.
Well, what about the Mexican like shrimp dishes and stuff?
That's what's inside of a burrito, though. I think that's what's inside of a taco. It's just like, oh, I got the rice and the meat and the lettuce on the outside with no carbs. Okay, that's just your bowl of rice, and like it's all the same thing. It's not like, oh, I got a, like burger.
This is a raging battle on X. People are saying people are taking vicious sides in this whole deal.
Really? I mean, that doesn't shock me, but like if you compare it to like different, genres, like you compare it to like, Italian or American cuisine, think about it. Think about like the different.
With Italian is kind of a lot the same. It's like a bread or a starch with some sauce and either protein or vegetables on it. Maybe some cheese on top.
Yeah, but but like there's so many different. That's a fair point. Italian's fair point.
Now American is different, but America's like you have people come here from everywhere from Ireland to India. So it's
maybe the argument, the answer is every different cuisine genre or cuisine, however you want to phrase it, is just its own category, and they're all just the same dish packaged differently, except for American, because American is just like the ultimate wild card. Maybe that's the answer.
No, I don't know. Anyway, you got one more. You got one more final take here.
I got one more. Pick one: O-line or skill position.
I don't care. I like them both.
All right. The recruiting board update from Jason yesterday. 0 interior offensive linemen are listed after the Nick Robertson commitment that's been there for a while. There's no other interior offensive lineman listed on the sheet. It's Max Wright, committed, tackle. John Turntine, listed as a tackle. Felix Ojo, tackle. Krempin, tackle. Roseboro, tackle. Grayson McCoe, tackle. And Malachi Lee, tackle.
Well, hold on. How big is Grayson McCoe?
6'8".
Okay. Gosh.
Nick Robertson.
I haven't watched him yet. Is he a waist bender?
He's 6'8", 265 from Pennsylvania. Is
he a waist bender? Have you watched him yet?
I haven't watched him yet. He's like the one tackle I haven't watched that they have an offer out for. I said he'll be in next weekend.
Probably need to go watch him. Well, no, because Turntine, I don't Turntine's a guard.
We think.
I mean, does it? Okay. I think Krempin plays inside too. Well, that's why he's going to go to LSU. They're telling him we don't care about we don't care about the lack of length.
So if LSU has convinced Krempin he can play tackle,
at Will Campbell,
and A&M tells Turntine he can play tackle, then you still are at square one. Texas has no interior offensive lineman other than Nick Robertson. Is that okay?
Well, I mean, no.
I think this is a whole show topic we should have next week.
Okay. You save it for the show next week.
It's called a tease in this business, right?
Yeah, because I mean, they're gonna have to move some guys into guard or something. Then, I mean, we'll talk about it next week. Like you said, maybe that's a whole show for next week, and we'll do it then. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for a great week of shows. Thanks to Mitt Winter yesterday for coming on, man. If you didn't watch that thing, go ahead and watch it. It's like I don't ever watch shows back, but I went and watched that show back yesterday because whenever you're doing a show, it's kind of hard to explain, but sometimes whenever you're on the show with somebody else, you don't always hear what they're saying because you're trying to think about think about the chat or think about the QR code you're going to put up or think about what you're going to ask next or something like that. And so I listened back and I got a lot out of it. So much so that I sent it to my wife. I'm like, hey, don't ask me any more questions about about this house settlement. Like, just watch this. This guy knows more than me. So if you missed it yesterday, it's on the channel. Just go find it. It's a picture of just this lawyer guy on the front, and it says, "Let me explain." And you can find it there. So go check that out. Please like the show, subscribe to the channel. Again, we're here every night, Monday through Friday. Thanks so much to Texas Beef Traders. Thanks so much to Poncho Outdoors. Thanks so much to Specs, Wine, Spirits, and Finer Foods. And of course, to our presenting sponsor, the Man Eye Institute. Oh, we got to say too, before we get out, Cody, if you need Father's Day food, I was just at Texas Beef Traders yesterday. They got a big order in this week for Father's Day. Just some delicious looking steaks. It was so much that it was overwhelming to see, but they're expecting lots of folks out. They're going to be out there cooking up food. So you get 10% off. Let them know that you heard about them here on Football with Friends. All right. Love you guys. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there, man. For Cody, I'm Alex. We're done.